Hello, you. Yes, you. I see you. Sitting there, shivering with anticipation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and movie lovers of all kind, and welcome back to another Sunday Fun Day. And for today, it will be another top 5, and I will be counting down to you, showing you, revealing to you my top 5 most anticipated movies for the remainder of 2018. So let's kick this off, guys, with the number 5. And number 5 is going to be WreckIt Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I am really excited about this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm there. Like, opening night, I am so damn excited for this movie. I loved the first WreckIt Ralph, honestly. Traveling through all these different arcade games with little hints here and there, with other kind of newer games like Sonic and things like that. I loved the first WreckIt Ralph movie. I've seen it way too many times to count, not even kidding. It's one of my favorite animated movies of all time, just because I feel like a kid who grew up playing video games all the time. I've had like multiple Game Boys, Nintendo DS's, Nintendo 64, all the PlayStations, all the Xboxes, and the Wii, and things like that. Like, I've always played video games, so that was right at home with me. But it was also just a great story with great characters, and it was just a beautifully rendered world. It was a very well thought out story with very, very relatable characters, honestly, and it had so many positive messages, and just like I said, with having the video games in it, it was supremely relatable to me because I grew up loving video games. So yeah, WreckIt Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, it's number 5 on this list, and it beat out a lot of movies that you probably wouldn't expect. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for this one. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Creed 2. I really enjoyed the first Creed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't absolutely love it, honestly. There are a few Rocky movies I prefer to watch to Creed 1, but although Creed 1 was fantastically directed by Ryan Coogler, but sadly Coogler is not returning to direct Creed 2. He is still executive producing it, and I don't believe that he would kind of let this movie run its course if he didn't believe that it was going to be good. I think it's in very capable hands, and you have, once again, Michael B. Jordan returning as Adonis Creed, Sylvester Stallone's coming back, but I think the biggest grab for me is the fact that this is kind of what I wanted the first movie to be, and it is because that Creed, Adonis Creed, Apollo Creed's son, is going to be taking on the son of Ivan Drago, the man who killed his father in the boxing ring. And the same thing for the first little bit that we got, it's setting up for this new Drago kid to be a beast. They're like, this guy will kill people, he can kill you, like his father killed your father. This is just the biggest grudge match in history in my mind. Rocky 4 is my favorite Rocky. I've seen that movie, that's probably one of my most watched movies of all time. This movie is basically the Creed that I wanted to see. I'm strapping my own gloves on, I'm ready to go. Round 2 for Creed, let's do it. And coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be Damien Chazelle's First Man, starring Ryan Gosling. It's going to be the kind of biopic chronicling Neil Armstrong and how he, set up and went to the moon back in the 60s. On the first trailer, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be good, whatever, but then the second trailer that just dropped like a day ago, that got me hyped as hell. Whiplash, the directorial debut of Damien Chazelle, is one of my favorite movies of all time, not just favorite to rewatch like Rocky 4. I mean, genuinely, I think it's a masterpiece in filmmaking. I adore it. La La Land, not so much. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed La La Land, honestly. Don't think it deserved to be nominated for so many Oscars, but it was a good movie. But this movie, I had goosebumps just watching the trailer. It felt so real to me just watching it, and as you guys know, if you've seen a lot of my other videos, I do not like heights, I do not like enclosed spaces, like airplanes, so going into space scares the absolute shit out of me. And this movie gave me the feels. It literally, I was choking up, I felt tight in the chest. But that to me means that it's going to be a spectacular movie when you actually see it on the big screen and you really feel like you're living that moment with Ryan Gosling or Neil Armstrong, I guess technically. So yeah, I am over the moon excited for this one. Puns. And coming in for the runner-up spot, number 2, if you don't know what runner-up means, is Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm ready to rock you, I'm ready to Don't Stop You Now and other Queen songs. But seriously, I am a major Queen fan. You're probably gonna be surprised by this, but my favorite Queen song is Don't Stop Me Now. I don't know what it is about it. It never fails to get me in a good mood. I absolutely love jamming to that song any opportunity I get. I could be the deepest, darkest moment of my life. You play that song, you don't stop me now. But yeah, back to the movie. I honestly think Rami Malek looks the part so damn well. of Freddie Mercury, and I think that they sound so great. I don't know how much of the singing is actually him, but the moments, the shots from the trailer when they're in concert and the backstage stuff, this man left us way too damn early. There was so much more Queen that could have went around. There's so much more that we could have got. It is a shame that he had to go so early, but what he left us with is things that will go on until the end of time. I really hope they nail this movie, that's all I can say, because some biopics have been masterfully done, and one of them recently is a movie that I adore as well. It captivates me every time I see it, and that's Straight Outta Compton. I'm kind of hoping this is like the next Straight Outta Compton, the next biopic based on famous people, famous singers, rap artists, whatever, in the music industry that I'm going to watch time and time again and just be completely enthralled and engulfed in this story. So yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. So far, the trailers have done nothing but impress me, so yeah, I have my hopes extremely high for this one. Please don't let me down. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I'm just getting on my list for the rest of these honorable mentions, because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 movies on this list. I'm going to go through it very quickly with you guys and just give you a brief little, not even a reason why, honestly. I'm just going to say them and be like, yeah, you know, the usual stuff I just spiel. I just make so many weird sounds all the time. And this is no particular order. I'm not like, hey, this was like the number 20 pick, number 29, you know, there's no particular order. I just threw them on here. The Nun. I just reviewed the Conjuring movie. Super excited for The Nun. I enjoy most of the Conjuring movies, so I'm looking forward to it. The Predator, as I've stated in my first Predator video, I'm currently covering that super series now. I think Shane Black is a more than capable director, and he actually took on the Predator in the first movie, so I definitely think there's no one that should be directing this movie besides him, so I'm really looking forward to it. Venom, honestly, didn't make the list. I'm still really looking forward to it, but my hopes aren't that high after the couple of trailers, especially if they're going to go and make it PG-13 on me, and already the CGI isn't that good, and I'm looking forward to it, but it seems like it's just going to kind of be like a guilty pleasure type of flick. The next one is A Star Is Born, directed by Bradley Cooper. It's him and Lady Gaga starring in it. That honestly looks great. I think both of them have absolutely beautiful voices, and the story looks really good. Next one is, like, this one takes up like a whole friggin' line on the paper. Bad Times at the El Royale. That is the one with Chris Hemsworth, Jeff Bridges. There's a group of really good actors in this, and it's like the one where there's the hotel, and it's just right up the line between Nevada and another state, and then it's almost like a Hateful Eight. It's 7 strangers trapped in there for a night, and then, you know, there's lies, and there's guns, and murders, and stuff like that. I think it looks really cool. I think it could be badass as hell, but it could also be a giant dud, so that's why I didn't really put it on the list, but I am, as of currently, with the one trailer that we have, genuinely excited for it, so there's that. Next is Suspiria, or Suspiria, or Suspiria. I have no idea how to say it, but yeah, it looks cool, honestly. It looks like the next kind of gothic horror type thing. It almost gave me the same vibe that I got from the trailers from Mother, or even Hereditary, really. But yeah, Suspiria looks really good. It's about like a dance group, and, you know, and there's stuff happens. I don't really know what it's about, honestly, because the trailer was weird, but the runtime is super long, so that kind of deters me from a little bit. I'm not against long movies, but with that one, seems like it could be, from the trailers, like a short, sweet hour-and-a-half movie. Having it be like 2.5 hours kind of has me questioning it, but it looks good. Next is Overlord, produced by J.J. Abrams, I think possibly even written. It is basically Call of Duty Nazi zombies in real life. It looks batshit crazy, and it had Hell's Bells playing. I'm a sucker for AC/DC. Looked really, really badass, honestly. Yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. I love zombie movies. It looks like it's going to be an over-the-top, action-packed zombie flick, so yeah, count me in. Next is Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald. I feel like a lot of people are going to be surprised by that one, honestly. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, of course, and before you start coming at me, yes, I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, too. Stop commenting on that. Yeah, see, the thing is with Fantastic Beasts, I had a really good time, and I do own that on Blu-ray, and I've seen it multiple times, but I think I would rather watch any Harry Potter movie again over Fantastic Beasts, so that's why it kind of lands here. I enjoyed it, I had a good time, but I wasn't like over the top impressed with it, and I'm not anticipating it like as much as many other movies. So yeah, you know, I'm excited for it, but I'm not like, it's not the number 1 pick. There you go. Next is Aquaman. That's another one you were probably surprised to hear, because if you cannot tell by my Funkos and a lot of the shirts I wear, I am a huge superhero fan, Marvel and DC. I'm not a DC hater, although their movies as of lately have been sucking, but still, I still hold out hope every time for DC, but I just haven't been impressed with Aquaman. It looks like a lot of CGI, and not very good CGI, and it looks like a story that we've already seen even just this year with Black Panther. It looks it looks typical, it looks really run-of-the-mill. I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman, but it wasn't enough to actually land a spot on this list. I'm still looking forward to it. I'm still going to be there the first night. I'm getting my tickets like as soon as they're available. But I'm not holding my breath on this one because underwater joke. Anyway, next is Bumblebee. Somehow I still keep getting excited for these Transformers movies, thinking they're going to be good. I actually love the first 3 Transformers movies. 2 is definitely a guilty pleasure territory, but I actually really enjoy the first one. That's a well-made movie. And the third one kind of is on the line between guilty pleasure and actually good, but I do enjoy them. 4 is definitely guilty pleasure. I haven't seen that one as much as the other 3. 5 I actually hated. Like, not even guilty pleasure. Like, I refuse to watch that movie again. But, yeah, so Bumblebee, it looks like it's trying to take a different take. It looks like it's almost trying to be like a solo superhero movie and really grounded, really focused. So, I am looking forward to it. I think this could be the reboot, if they went with this storyline that Transformers really needed, to make a real good Transformers universe. But again, I've thought that about like every Transformers movie, and most of them are guilty pleasures, so it means they let me down, but they're still fun to watch. So I mean, if it's a guilty pleasure, it's a guilty pleasure. And lastly, Welcome to Marwen. I'm actually excited for Welcome to Marwen. It's the Steve Carell one where he gets beaten up, he gets mugged or whatever, gang beaten, and then he loses bits and pieces of his memory, and then he has the little dolls that he takes pictures with or takes pictures of, and then they come to life, and it's kind of like almost like a cross between animation and reality. It looks like a really touching story, and honestly, it looks like it's going to bring on the man tears in full force. So yes, Welcome to Marwen is my last honorable mention. Now, it is time for the number 1 pick. If you're paying attention, you should know what it is. It's either you're thinking, yeah, he doesn't care about it at all, lost hope on the franchise, and doesn't care for it, or it is the number 1 pick. So, the number 1 pick for me is Halloween. Yeah, I don't know what to say about Halloween, honestly. When I kept going off of all these other movies and what should be the number 1 pick, I just kept coming back to Halloween for some reason. Halloween, I'm like really, really excited for. I don't know what it is, honestly. The only really good movie in the Halloween franchise is the first one. The reboots aren't good, and pretty much all the other sequels aren't good. I mean, they have their moments. I enjoy watching them as guilty pleasures and fun Halloween movies, but I mean, you have Danny McBride writing this one. I feel like that dude's got a lot going on in his head, a lot of really messed up stuff, and I just feel like this looks like the one true sequel we could actually have to Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. She looks like an absolute badass in this, and I just love the whole setup of the trailer. Just him being in an asylum in the yard, and when they pull out the mask and everything, and then right away it just kicks off, like him shaking the stall door, dropping the teeth, and just right away killing people, and you have the theme coming back into it, and just so many of the shots in this movie are haunting. I think the standoff between Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, and Michael Myers again after so many years, it just looks like it's going to be a blast. This, none of the sequels have lived up to the original, none of the reboots, everything they've tried with all these horror franchises haven't been as good as their originals, but I really think this one could nail it. And like I said, I'm really excited for it. No matter what, I couldn't shake the feeling that this should be number 1 on my list. Every other one I put, I was like, no, I don't feel it. Halloween is something that I've just been anticipating so much. How could it not be? So yeah, guys, number 1 pick is going to be Halloween. So guys, if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know, do you agree with my list, or what are your top 5 most anticipated movies for the remainder of 2018? And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and that's a wrap. Anticipation. It was an anticipation joke. See you shivering with anticipation, and I hope you waited around to actually see this, because if not, I wasted my time.